Ladies, gentlemen, and fellow corporate prisoners, welcome back to Gamer Talk. It has been over a week since July 1st, the day Sony decided to casually announce they are executing physical media by January 2028. And what have we heard from the PlayStation overlord since? Absolute silence. They dropped the ultimate anti-consumer bomb and went straight into a corporate bunker. But we see you, Sony. And we need to talk about the absolute legal buzzsaw they are about to walk into. Because this isn't just a Sony problem. The ink wasn't even dry on PlayStation's blog before the rumors started swirling. That Microsoft's next-gen powerhouse, Project Helix, is also dropping the disk drive entirely. The writing is on the wall, guys. The PS6 and the next Xbox are being designed as sleek, shiny, all-digital plastic bricks. They want total control. They want you to own nothing, share nothing, and pay $70 a pop for privilege of renting a digital license, until they decide to pull the server plug. But here is the million-dollar question that nobody in the suits department seems to have thought through. How is the all-digital console era legally allowed to exist under the antitrust law once 2028 hits? Right now, we can still buy physical discs to bypass their store, but look at the trap they are laying. Once they are completely killed the disk drive, Sony will have total 100% monopoly on how you get games on that hardware. You will buy from the PSN store, or you won't buy at all. The only thing keeping prices competitive today, the only thing giving you a true choice, is the physical retail market. Now, I know what some of you are already typing in the comments, but Seppo, I can buy digital codes on Amazon. Yeah, you can, but Amazon doesn't have a clear shelf space for digital codes. They will sit on that MSPR forever. Physical retail is completely different. If GameStop, Best Buy, or Guy on eBay has plastic boxes sitting on a shelf collecting dust, they have to slash the price to clear the inventory. The second market, the used games, the clearance racks, is the only thing forcing Sony to occasionally drop their digital prices, just to compete for your attention. And don't give me the "but you can buy digital codes at retail shops" argument either. Think outside the box for a second. Even if you buy a cardboard card with a digital code at local store, you're still validating it and acquiring the license directly through Sony's lockdown ecosystem. There is no alternative storefront. There is no Steam, no Epic Games, no itch.io on the PlayStation. By completely deleting physical games in 2028, Sony is forcing a closed monopoly on their future hardware. And guess what? Antitrust lawyers across the globe, especially in the EU, are already sharpening their knives. Look at what happened to Apple. They spent years getting dragged through the courts and forced to allow third-party app stores on iOS for this exact type of closed ecosystem behavior. If consoles go entirely digital, they are begging the government to force them to open up their operating systems. Imagine an Epic Game Store app natively running on a PS6. Because Sony legally had to allow competition. What a wild, self-inflicting backfire that would be. You know what? Let the corporate giants choke on their own greed. While Sony and Microsoft are busy building digital prisons, independent developers are ahead here, keeping the soul of gaming alive. Let's wash the corporate taste out of our mouths now and debut some incredible indie games that just dropped this week that deserves your absolute and divided attention. First up, dropping right on July 6th, we have Winds of Arcana Ruination. If you want a story-rich, fully voiced 2.5D action platformer that actually respects your time and reflexes, this is it. You're exploring a shattered world, uncovering ancient mysteries, and the combat feels incredibly fluid. Plus, it hit Xbox Game Pass day one. So if you're in that ecosystem, you have zero excuse not to download it right now. Now, if your brain is melted from dealing with real-world nonsense and you just want to decompress, Maracas Studio dropped Cat Mail Co. on PC this Monday. It is a cozy management sim where you arrive on a quiet island to rebuild a completely forgotten post office. Parcels are piling up, neighbors need help, and you get to run the whole mail delivery operation at your own pace. Best part? It has 4-player online co-op, so you can sort your mail, vibe out with your friends. And finally, launched on July 7th, we have Moonlight Peaks. Think Stardew Valley, but wrap it in an awesome gothic supernatural aesthetic. You play as a vampire settling into a magical town, where you customize your cottage, brew potions, cast spells, and raise magical crops. But there's a mechanical twist. When the sun comes up, you've got to get your undead butt back into the coffin. It is an incredibly charming, stylish, and exactly the kind of passion project the big AAA publishers are too scared to make these days. That is what gaming is supposed to be about. Creative freedom, unique mechanics, and actually owning the experience. So what the hell is PlayStation thinking? Are they so blinded by the saving a few cents on a plastic manufacturing that they're willing to drag in front of antitrust courts? And which of these incredible indies are you picking up? To save your sanity this week, drop a comment below, hit that subscribe button, and let's keep the conversation going in the Gamer Talk community. Stay safe, stay chaotic, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.